Your water heater just flooded your basement at 11 p.m., causing $3,000 in damage, and now your plumber is pushing a $5,000 tankless system as the solution. Should you trust him, or is he just upselling you on expensive technology you don't actually need? Today, I'll explain tankless versus traditional water heaters like you're 5 years old. By the end, you'll understand exactly which system makes sense for your home before you spend thousands on the wrong choice. Most people think a water heater is just a water heater. You turn on the tap, hot water comes out, done. But the system you choose affects your energy bill every single month, how many people can shower at once, and whether you'll run out of hot water halfway through washing dishes. A traditional tank heater is like a giant thermos sitting in your basement, keeping 40 to 80 gallons of water hot all day long, whether you need it or not. A tankless heater is completely different. It heats water only the instant you turn on the tap. No storage, no waiting, just raw power heating water on demand as it flows through the unit. Here's why this matters to your wallet. That traditional tank keeping water hot 24/7 wastes energy constantly. It's called standby loss. Your water heater fires up multiple times per day just to keep that stored water at 120 degrees, even when you're at work or asleep. Picture leaving your oven on warm all day just in case you want toast. That's essentially what your tank heater does. Tankless systems skip all that. They only use energy when you actually need hot water. This typically cuts your water heating costs by 24 to 34% compared to a traditional tank, according to the Department of Energy. For the average household spending $400 yearly on water heating, that's $100 to $135 saved every year. Over 20 years, you're looking at $2,000 to $4,000 in actual savings depending on your household size and energy costs. But here's the catch. Tankless units cost way more upfront. A traditional 50-gallon tank heater costs $800 to $1,500 installed in most homes. A tankless system runs $2,500 to $4,500 installed, sometimes more if you need electrical or gas line upgrades. And you probably will. Tankless heaters need serious power to heat water instantly. Gas models often require larger gas lines than what's already in your home. Electric models can demand 150 amps or more, which means upgrading your electrical panel. That's another $1,500 to $3,000. Suddenly, your efficient tankless system costs $6,000 total, while the old-school tank costs $1,200. You'd need to live there 15 years just to break even on energy savings. If you're planning to sell your house in 5 years, the next owner gets the benefit while you eat the cost. Now check this out. Tankless systems struggle with something called simultaneous demand. Imagine your teenager is showering, your partner is running the dishwasher, and you turn on the bathroom sink. A traditional tank handles this easily because it already has 50 gallons of hot water ready to distribute. A tankless unit tries to heat all that flowing water at once and can't keep up. The water temperature drops. Your shower goes lukewarm. To fix this, you'd need multiple tankless units or a much larger single unit, which drives the cost even higher. Some families installed 2 or 3 tankless units in different zones of their house, pushing total costs past $10,000. For families with high simultaneous usage, a traditional tank often works better despite being less efficient. This is especially true for households with teenagers who take 20-minute showers, or families who run laundry and dishes during peak morning hours. Here's what you need to understand about lifespan. Traditional tank heaters last 10 to 15 years before they rust out or the heating elements fail. Tankless systems last 20 to 25 years if maintained properly. That's almost double. So even though tankless costs more upfront, you're replacing it half as often. Over 30 years, you might buy 3 traditional tanks at $1,200 each, or 1 tankless system at $4,500. That's $3,600 versus $4,500. The math gets closer than you'd think, but only if you actually stay in that house long enough. If you're moving in 5 years, you'll never see the payback. You'll essentially be gifting the next homeowner an expensive upgrade. Maintenance is another hidden factor. Traditional tanks need minimal care. Flush them once a year to remove sediment, replace the anode rod every few years. Done. Most homeowners skip even this basic maintenance, and the units still last a decade. Tankless systems require annual descaling, especially in areas with hard water. Mineral buildup clogs the heat exchanger and kills efficiency. If you skip this maintenance, your tankless unit fails early and your warranty becomes worthless. This annual service costs $150 to $300. Over the 20-year lifespan, that's an additional $3,000 to $6,000 in maintenance costs. Nobody tells you this part when they're selling you on endless hot water. Your plumber loves it though, because it guarantees repeat business. But here's where tankless systems shine. Size and space. A traditional tank heater is a giant cylinder taking up serious floor space in your basement or garage. A tankless unit mounts on the wall and looks like a small suitcase. For homes with limited space, condos, or tiny basements, this matters. You reclaim 16 square feet of floor space. Tankless units also work better in warm climates, where incoming water is already 60 to 70 degrees. The unit doesn't have to work as hard. In Florida or Arizona, your tankless heater is raising water temperature by 50 degrees. In cold climates, where groundwater comes in at 37 degrees, tankless systems struggle to heat water fast enough, especially during winter. Your tankless unit in Minnesota is trying to raise temperature by 80 degrees, which requires significantly more energy and reduces flow rate. This matters to you because installation location affects everything. Traditional tanks go almost anywhere there's a drain and vent. Tankless gas units need proper venting, often requiring new PVC or stainless steel vents through your roof or wall. This venting alone can cost $500 to $1,200 depending on your home's layout. Electric tankless units need heavy-gauge wiring and dedicated circuits. If your electrical panel is full or outdated, you're looking at major upgrades. Plumbers can install a traditional tank in 3 hours. A tankless installation can take a full day or more, depending on what needs upgrading. Here's the part nobody talks about: water flow rate. Tankless units are rated in gallons per minute, typically 5 to 10 GPM. Sounds like plenty, but a shower uses 2.5 GPM. A dishwasher uses 1.5 GPM. A washing machine uses 3 GPM. Run 2 of those at once and you've maxed out most tankless systems. Meanwhile, a traditional 50-gallon tank delivers hot water to everything at once until the tank empties, which takes 20 to 30 minutes of continuous use. For most families, that's enough. The tank refills and reheats in about an hour. Unless you're running a commercial laundry service, you're fine. So here's the reality. Tankless systems make sense if you're staying in your home 10+ years, you have 1 or 2 people, your usage patterns are spread throughout the day, and you can afford the upfront cost. They're perfect for small households, empty nesters, or anyone who values space and efficiency over raw capacity. Traditional tanks make sense if you have a larger family, simultaneous hot water demand, a tight budget, or you're not staying long-term. They're simpler, cheaper, and handle heavy usage without breaking a sweat. The DOE says tankless systems save energy. True. Consumer Reports says traditional tanks are more reliable and cost-effective for most families. Also true. Both can be right, because it depends entirely on your situation. There's no universal better choice, just the better choice for your home, your budget, and your hot water habits. In future videos, I'll break down exactly how to calculate your specific payback period based on your energy costs and usage patterns. I'll also cover which brands actually last and which ones fail early despite premium pricing. So to recap, tankless heaters save 24 to 34% on energy costs, but cost 3 to 4 times more upfront and often require expensive upgrades. They last twice as long, but demand annual maintenance costing thousands over their lifetime. They struggle with simultaneous demand, but excel in small households. Traditional tanks cost less, install easier, and handle multiple fixtures without issue, but waste energy on standby loss and need replacing more often. Tankless wins for efficiency and lifespan. Traditional wins for upfront cost and capacity. Neither is universally better. So here's the real question. Would you rather invest thousands now for long-term savings that might never materialize if you move, or stick with proven technology that costs less and just works without the constant maintenance headaches?